Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. Got some more Master Duel for you guys today. Today we're going to be doing some more live games with Tri-Brigade Zoodiac. At the time that I'm recording this, it's actually been a little bit of, I don't know about over a week. I think it's actually been a little bit under a week since I've played this deck. It's, yeah, ever since I hit the, did my big grind to Plat 1, trying to get there as quickly as I could, I kind of ended up burning myself out a little bit on this deck. As you can see, from my recent uploads, I've been messing around a lot without Emancipators ever since I hit Plat 1, and then I started toying around with all of my other decks, updating them, and getting the profiles out for you guys. So, but I know a lot of you are here specifically for Tri-Brigade Zoodiac, and it is probably my favorite of the decks that I do have here on Master Duel right now. So I just wanted to come back and, touch base with the deck and show you some live gameplay from it. So yeah, we can get some of that in here. I'm still using the same build here that I got to Plat 1 with. I haven't really felt the need to update it, to be honest. I think this build is solid. I have kind of thought about maybe testing a DD Crow, but I don't even know what I would take out for it. I just think this particular build is just, mwah, like, it's right exactly where I want this deck to be. If you are looking for a thorough deck profile, and potentially even a combo guide, those are both actually going to be available in the description below if you want to see those, as well as a typed out list of the deck there. If you want to see some more gameplay in addition to what you're about to see here, you can check out just the channel as a whole. I mean, God knows how many Tri-Brigade Zoodiac videos I have. I'm actually thinking about, in the near future, going through, because right now I just have all of my Master Duel videos on one big Master Duel playlist, but I think in the near future I might take the time to go through and actually make playlists for every deck. So if you're watching this, honestly, that might have already happened by now. So you could even maybe check out the channel for specifically a Tri-Brigade Zoodiac playlist. And if I haven't done that yet, feel free to yell at me about it in the comments and I'll make sure I get on that. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at the deck itself here. We've got 3 Tri-Brigade Nervall, 3 Maxx, 2 Tri-Brigade Kerass, 3 Tri-Brigade Kitt, 1 barking dog in the background, 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 1 Zoodiac Whiptail, 1 Zoodiac Ramram, 1 Zoodiac Thoroughblade, 3 Fraktall, and 2 Nibiru. In the spell zone, we've got a Harpie's Feather Duster, 3 Desires, 1 Lightning Storm, 3 Tenki, 2 Called By, and 2 Droplet. For traps, we have 3 Imperm and 3 Revolt. In the extra deck, we have a Zoodiac Tigermoartar, a Zoodiac Drident, a Boarbow, a Chakanine, and a ZEUS. For link monsters, we have Almiraj, Double Dragon Lord, Ferrijit, Barren, Racefulgur, Rugal, Appalachia, Access Code, and 2 Shurigs. So, yeah, like I said, this build, I wouldn't change a thing about it, to be honest. I think it's fine. I don't even think it's just fine. I wouldn't say perfect. I definitely wouldn't say perfect, but it is exactly where I want it to be. So, okay, cool. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some live gameplay here. Okay, let's see here. Zyros? Something? I don't know. Whatever, we're going first. Alright, let's see what kind of an opening hand we can get here. A really solid one, actually. Wow, this would have been a fantastic going second hand, but it's still a decent going first hand, too. Obviously going to lead with Fraktall. Good thing we have the Called By as well, because the rest of our hand is just hand traps here. Looks like they probably do have an Ash or a C. If it's a C... Okay, looks like it's going to be a Maxx. Okay. Yep, we are going to obviously begin by sending Kitt. I was going to say, if it's a C and they chain it to Fraktall, I'm not going to Call By it. I'm just going to let it resolve and let them waste it. But they didn't chain it, so... I think the same will apply if they try to throw a Maxx in at pretty much any point here. I've said this before, but, like, you really should, if possible, try to save Maxx for an effect that actually special summons. That is especially true against Tri-Brigade Zoodiac, because the only time you would really need to quote-unquote preemptively, like, pull the trigger on Maxx before you're guaranteed to get a draw is, like, when we normal summon a Zoodiac monster. Well, they have Ash. Okay, that's a weird time to Ash. That's a really weird time to Ash. That's not right at all. Don't do that. Because, I mean, I don't have another Tri-Brigade monster in my hand, but if I did, I have a fully set up grave. I still have to Called By this, because, again, I don't have another Tri-Brigade monster, but that is not the correct time to Ash. You definitely should have Ashed the Fraktall, in my opinion. Yep, obviously I don't need to chain. Of course, that's going to turn off my own Ash for next turn, which I do have to keep in mind, but definitely worth it to, you know, be able to get plays off here. Okay, let's summon Fraktall and activate for 2 cards. I'm going to get a Barren here. Obviously, I need to set up my Revolt. I think I might not... I'm trying to figure out if I should... I'm trying to figure out if I should put back Ash or not, or if I want to put back Nibiru. I think I'm going to put back Ash, because I can't use it. And then Nibiru is a good backup plan, in case things go, like, really badly. Obviously, if I hadn't called by my opponent's Ash, I would definitely just keep Ash here. But I'm actually still wondering if it's just right to keep. No, I don't think it is. I think Nibiru is the right keep. I don't need to chain either of those. Let's add Revolt. Yeah, I'm going to put back Ash. Because we can't Ash during our opponent's turn coming up anyway. And this is going to be the crucial turn to see, like, what deck they're playing, obviously. And if they can out any of my plays here. So if we can make it through this turn and stay ahead, then we're just going to win the game anyway. So we don't need Ash to potentially come back later. When we can just... yeah, try to, like I said, try to win this turn. So our opponent's going to Harpie's Feather Duster my face down Revolt. This is totally fine here because I've got a Rugal on board. So this Harpie's Feather Duster is actually not going to accomplish really much of anything here. The reason for that is I'm going to, you know, get my 4 and summon Omen, obviously, right? But I'm obviously not going to want to activate Omen's effect because otherwise I have to banish one of my own cards if I do that. So, you know, in that way, you know, it might seem on the surface like, oh, this is getting me to waste my Omen, but I have Rugal on the board, which can actually summon a Tri-Brigade monster from my graveyard as a quick effect, so I'm fine, yeah, like, I can just do that in response to whatever I want to banish. Okay, and then we just have to make sure that we activate Nervall first, and then Kitt, and make sure we do not activate Omen. I've done this before, I'm sure just about anybody who's played this deck has, where you would click select here if you're kind of on, you know, quote-unquote autopilot, and then all of a sudden you have to banish one of your own cards. Like I said, it's 100% happened to me on stream even, like... Okay, I'm going to send a Nervall, even though I'm already getting Nervall's effect, because I don't want to draw into another Nervall. I will add a Fraktall to my hand, because I think it's the best standalone Tri-Brigade monster. Obviously, I don't have any other Tri-Brigade monsters in my hand, or anything I can discard with Kerass, so... The opponent's going to activate Rhoda, that's fine. We don't need to chain Rugal's effect just yet. They get a Ray. Okay, I actually do have to think about how I want to do this. They're going to summon Ray. I'm going to chain Rugal's effect. And then if they chain... Ooh, they have Afterburner. Okay, so I'm going to have to use... I guess I don't have to use Rugal now. Okay, so now here's an interesting question. My plan was to be... They summon Ray, I chain Rugal. They chain Ray, I chain Maxx. But now, obviously, my Omen's not going to be around to banish. Let me flip this to on for a second. I don't need to chain anything to Afterburners, that's fine. I'm trying to figure out if I want to chain, or if I want to activate Maxx now. I do, right? Yeah, I want to activate Maxx now. Because I know one of my opponent's last 3 cards is Ray, so in order to make any amount of plays, they have to... oh, I can turn this back to auto. In order to make any amount of plays, they have to use Ray, which means they're going to have to link summon, which means I get to draw cards, so... Especially... Okay, they do actually have 3 spells set up in Grave. No, that's fine. I don't need a Rugal yet. What am I going to get back with Rugal? Probably a Nervall or a Kitt, because I don't need another Fraktall. Okay, here's Shizuku. Oh, wow, they're not even going to try to set up their grave with Hayate or anything. They're just going to go into Shizuku and pass. That's good. That's really good for me. I'm waiting for before the end of the main phase to activate Rugal's effect. Okay, yep, before the end of the main phase, so let's activate Rugal and make sure we get that in. Yeah, I'll just summon back Nervall because I already have a Fraktall in my hand. Plus, obviously, Nervall is still strong enough to withstand the Shizuku. Yeah, they're just going to move straight into end phase. Well, that is fine with me. They'll get their Sky Striker spell. Probably engage. Yep. So yeah, that Maxx actually put in a lot of work, because otherwise they would have gone Hayate, send the engage, Kaigiri, get back the engage, search probably Widow Anchor and draw a card, and then Shizuku to add something else, but they weren't able to do any of that, so that's cool. We drew our third Nervall. That's not cool, because now we can't search a Kerass like I wanted to. I think we still just normal summon... Nervall? Do we normal summon Nervall? No. Yo, we do normal summon Nervall. Do I want to activate Nervall's effect now? Yes, I do. How many do I have in grave? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's cool. We can do it for 4 then. 1, 2. It doesn't really matter. Sure. Okay, summon Omen. And we'll definitely activate this effect. And banish their Shizuku. Their Ray's going to come back. I don't really care, because I'm just going to go into access code. Blow up whatever they... Oh, I shouldn't have banished those Link monsters. That was really dumb of me. Yeah, that was not smart. Don't do what I just did. Wow, that was not smart. That was not smart. Okay. Yeah, shoot, what was I doing? I just banished 2 Link monsters from my grave when I was about to go into access code. Okay, so we're going to chain block with access code here. I'm going to make Fraktall Chainlink 1. And then I'm going to make... I don't even need to activate Rugal, so I'm not going to. I'll make access code Chainlink 2. And we'll target Rugal. But I do not need... No, I do not need to activate Rugal's optional effect. So, yeah, so chain blocking with access code Talker, as I've mentioned with Fat Emancipator, I think, in that video. Some other video. Chain blocking with access code is really nice because you get to basically just prevent any of your effects from being responded to, because your opponent can't chain to access code's effect. So when you put access code at the end of the chain, wrong time to Ray, by the way. You're supposed to do that in response. Oh, because they can't respond to me blowing up with access code. That was the right time to Ray. Wow, and they can actually activate Kaina to prevent my Ray from attacking. Okay. Applause for opponent. That was the right play. I was about to say that wasn't, but nope, that was the correct play. I think we can still win even without this access code Talker attacking, though. We're obviously definitely going to activate the effect. I'll banish the Rugal from my grave and get rid of this Kaina. Raise only once per turn, so it's not going to be coming back again. Okay, we'll activate Kerass's effect. Discard this other Nervall. Summon in attack mode over here. So this is 4,200. Ah, they have 2 monsters in grave. That's so close to Doom Eagle being the OTK. Or being the win, rather. Oh, no, hang on. Don't special summon. Oh, here's what I can do. I give myself an idea by accidentally doing that. Let me go 2 cards. And then I can do Ferrijit. Put Ferrijit over here. Ferrijit F. Special summon Fraktall. We'll put Fraktall over here. We still have 2 in grave. Okay, let's activate Fraktall's effect. And make 2. And I'm pretty sure that's enough for game, right? 32, 60, yeah, that's enough. All right, battle phase. Oops, there we go, attack with Kerass. Yeah, they're not getting prompts to respond. We've got it here. Yep, they concede. Perfect, all right. So, cool, yeah, that was a pretty solid game against good old Sky Strikers. Let's move into the next one. All right, next game against Moroshi. I'm so bad at pronouncing names, like not only my opponent's names, but just like the names of everything. I'm so bad at it. I also feel a little bad our opponents in Plat 2. I really hope I'm not their final boss. Actually, I kind of hope I am their final boss in a way. Wow, this is a really good hand. This would have been a really good going second hand. But it's a good hand either way. I'm going to start by activating Fraktall. Let's hope they don't have an Ash, rather. I was about to say Ash, but they do. That's a little unfortunate. Yeah, this is why I said this would have been a better going second hand, because now we don't really have a whole lot to follow up with since we got Ash. I'm just going to throw down Imperm. I'm going to set it instead of keeping it in my hand as a means to potentially negate any spell or trap that gets played in this column here by setting it in this column, because people tend to default this column here, so let's go ahead and pass. And, yeah, hope we draw a Fraktall or a Tenki next turn. Or a Kitt or a Nervall. I mean, really, any Tri-Brigade monster that's not Kerass or a Tenki would be a good draw next turn. Ooh, Dimensional Fissure. Okay, that's fine. I've got a Harpie's Feather Duster. That's especially fine because they only have a couple of back rows. So it looks like it's more of a stun type of deck that didn't have a great draw. Speaking of not great draws, I just drew a Droplet, so... yeah, I'm just going to pass. Yeah. I don't feel the need to set Ash to defend myself because they didn't have a monster they played last turn. And if they draw like a Pot of Extravagance or something to try to search for an out, I very much would like to negate that because as not great as my hand is, it doesn't seem their hand is a whole lot better. Hey, it's another Weather Painter deck. Oh, my second one. Okay, cool. This card is normal summoned. You can place the weather card, spell trap. Okay, so this is why I like setting Imperm. Wait, hang on. Ooh, hang on. If I try to Imperm this, they can actually chain. And then just get the search anyway, so I'm not going to respond. Okay, I'm glad I thought of that when I did. Because this is a quick... oops, not influence. Yeah, because this is a quick effect. To banish. So they banish, it doesn't get negated. Okay, yeah. Now I'm going to activate Ash, because I don't want them to search a weather card. Fortunately, Ash's cost is discarding and not being sent to the graveyard. So you are, in fact, able to Ash even while Dimensional Fissure or Macro are up. And so, since we negated the effect, I don't... does that not come back because we negated the effect? No, it does. Okay. They just come back during the standby phase. Gotcha. Wow, still no out here. I'm just going to set this Revolt. It's a bit of a bluff, I guess. I don't know. I'll just pass. I mean, at the very least, I guess our opponent isn't, like, threatening to kill us. I should have Harpie's Feather Duster. There was no reason for me not to. I'm thinking, like, oh, I'll save it for when I actually go off, which I guess still might technically be right, but given that it's Weather Painters, maybe I should have just activated it. Although, our opponent's got a couple of, like, dead spell and trap zones right now, right? Like, this Thunder canvas doesn't do anything because I don't have monsters to bounce. This Dimensional Fissure doesn't currently do anything to me. So maybe I'm fine clogging up their back rows. That's fine, I don't care. Yep, attack me for 1500. Again, I don't really care. Oh, maybe I should have cheated. No, because again, it's weird, right? You can't negate... no, I guess you could negate the canvas and it would negate the monster effects because you'd be negating the effects that grants them a monster effect. Is that how that works? I don't... this deck is so fucking weird. It's such a weird deck. It's a cool deck, don't get me wrong. And their Link monster is one of the most beautiful looking Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the game. Thank God we drew a Tenki. Alright. It's just a snow. Snow is a... not snow. Snow. Weather canvas. I was thinking snowy canvas. Yeah, weather cards are weird. That's my main point. Words. Words are difficult for me sometimes. A rainbow. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care if you summon more weather monsters. I'm about to blow up all your back rows anyway, so... well, that's fine. Nope. Alright, well, just watch them chain both of their effects here, which is okay. They'll just add and summon. That doesn't really affect me much. Ooh, they didn't even chain any of their back rows. That's really, really good for me. Okay. Oh, and they had a skill drain down. Okay. If another weather is in the graveyard, you target two other controls in your graveyard, place them face down. Yeah, we're just going to get that. I admittedly did not read that. I really should have. You know, the ever-popular meme of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players not reading cards. But, it's okay. It worked out. We had the out anyway. Oh my god, if I had $1 for every time that happened. Like, where I don't read an effect, but then I just end up having the answer anyway. Cool, no response to Tenki. That's what we like to see. Let's get Fraktall and start setting up some plays here. Oh my god, we even can flip Revolt this turn because we set it. Oh, I think we can win this turn. Cool. Okay, send Kitt. And Kitt's effect. Yeah, we can win this turn. Dope. Nope. And then we'll send Nervall. Nervall F. Nope. And I will add Fraktall. Okay, summon Fraktall. And activate for 3. 1, 2, 3, I guess. Okay, I'm going to summon a Racevulgar, go for an Axis Code, blow up their stuff, flip up Revolt, get an Omen. That's going to be lethal. That's my game plan here. Yep, Racevulgar. And do we have a monster to put back? Sure, why not? We'll put back the Ash. For S's and G's. Maybe our opponent will even like Valor. I mean, they don't have a Valor, otherwise they would have gotten the prompt. Unless they're very sneakily putting their thing on off, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think I've ever actually... That's more of like a hypothetical play, I think, more than something most people would actually do, is flipping your thing to off to hide the fact that you have a hand trap. Because if you actually do it, you run the risk of like missing your window to actually use the hand trap. That's why I don't do it. How many Link monsters do I have in my graveyard? Just one? That's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me think about how... Is there like a certain order I want to do this in? I think I'm going to flip Revolt now. It's a good thing I set that Revolt. I'm really glad that I did. Yeah, we can banish one of their monsters and... Yep, okay, they got it. They realize that they lose. Cool, okay. Dope. Let's see. What are we looking at for time? Yeah, I think we should have time for one more game. Let's try to get one more in. Okay, we've got our next game here against Lulu. Lolo? Lulu? Luo? 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 Luo. Yes. Luo? Luo. It's like duo, but with an L. I don't know. Okay, we're going second. Our opponent's playing 60 card something. Great going second hand. All we need is a Tenki or a Fraktall next turn, and wow, this is like the ideal going second hand. Ooh, do I want to Maxx or Ash this reasoning? I want to Ash it. I want to Ash it because I think they're trying to set up setting up a lot of their cards in grave with this reasoning, and I don't want that to happen. It's like a grass, basically. I'm treating this reasoning as though it were a grass is greener. Wow, it's a 60 card deck with DDDs. Okay, that's cool. That is, I mean, I don't mean that unironically. I mean that unironically, even though it sounded ironic. I actually do think that's cool. I think DDDs are a cool archetype. Okay, they're getting the big chair guy. They're activating trade-in, presumably discarding big chair guy. Yep. What does he do? No more special summon DD from graveyard. Once per turn, treat another DD, banish it. Got it. Okay. That's fine. DD Night Howling. We are absolutely going to Maxx C in response to that. Which is, I'm sure, is going to make our opponent very sad if they don't have a call by, which they don't, because I know DDD is one of those decks where in order to make, like, any amount of plays, you have to special summon a lot. Wow, Tenki was... Oh, my God, it was the top card of our deck. That's absurd! Wow, that was, like, the perfect going second hand. Is this the... Yep, Gilgamesh. Oh, my God, we even drew the... What is this? This is, like... This is like, if I could sack the top of my deck for going second, like, this is probably... I don't know if this is the order I would sack it in, but these are, like, all the cards I would stack. Okay, opponent's setting up a scale. That's totally fine with me if you want to special summon more. I am A-okay with that. Because I have... I mean, between Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, Droplet, and Called By, there's not a whole lot they could do on their... on my next turn, rather, that I'm scared of here. Oh, you know what? I have Imperm, though. I was just about to say, if they have Kali Yuga, that's a problem, but now I have Imperm to negate it, so, okay. Activating the Pendulum effect. If you special summon DD monsters, you can... target one DD monster, any battle damage, blah, blah, blah. Special summon it if you do take 1,000 damage. That's whatever. Go for it. Opponent's really playing into the Maxx challenge here. Now I'm just hoping I draw a Nibiru at some point. Which they might actually think this Imperm is a Nibiru, and they might be like randomly scared of it. Would actually work out pretty well for me. So yeah, that's synchros I was going to say into the High Gust King Alexander or whatever. If our opponent doesn't disconnect, no, I actually don't want them to disconnect. I want to play this game out. Oh no, Super White Armageddon. I forgot about this card. Opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects. If another monster is no more special summon that's on the field, you can make your opponent choose any one pendulum monster they control. All other things they have are negated. Got it. Okay, well, that would have been a really scary turn if I didn't, like I said, have, like, every out here. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My opponent did such a cool first turn, and I just am cheesing with the outs. Although they've also played into a Maxx. If they didn't think... Oh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's a problem. Look at your opponent's hand. All spell... So I'm going to lose all my spells. That's not that big of a deal, though. I should definitely Droplet, though, in response. And Called By, right? What am I going to Call By? I guess the only thing in their grave. I'll chain both of these, because I'm going to lose them if I don't. So let's start with the Called By. See if they have a chain to that. They don't. Okay, then I'll play Droplet. And watch this, even though I'm going to lose my spells in hand anyway, I'm going to show you a neat thing you can do with Droplet. You can actually send cards that are currently on the chain link. So those two face-up spell cards that I have activated, I can send those for the cost. And Droplet doesn't negate the spell cards by doing that, so they're still going to resolve. So yeah, that was a pretty hefty, hefty loss there. But it is what it is. Wait, what did they... Oh, they attributed their... I was going to say, what did they attribute? It was their Doom King, Super Doom King White Armageddon. Oh, it's Bright in the TCG. That makes sense. Okay, we did still blow up all their back row, which was the most important thing I was concerned about. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just set up a Zeus here, right? Yeah. I was thinking about, like, should I normal summon Kitt and then go for, like, an Almiraj play, but nah, we'll just make it simple on Zeus. This way, I can set up a play even if they get another... Yeah, they're just going to concede. Yeah, with that line, I was also setting up another play if they potentially, like, drew an out and drew a means to get a pendulum scale on the board. Then I can just Zeus in response to either them setting the scale or summoning the monsters. Probably just them setting the scale. Just to keep things simple and not trigger too many effects that would, you know, activate when a monster is, like, special summoned or something. But... cool. Okay. Yeah, that is, I think, going to do it for the games in this video. Let's head on over to the good old outro. Okay, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed those games there. I feel like, you know, we didn't have any, like, real intense back and forths in those games like I was kind of hoping to, but at the very least we did get to show off some kind of cool, like, unique little scenarios that end up playing out. And I know you guys like the live games, so I try to get those whenever I can for you there. But yeah, as always, I say this all the time because I mean it every single time. I am super appreciative of you watching, especially to the end of the video like this, and I am even more appreciative if you're commenting and subscribing. That's always really cool to see, and I love interacting with you guys in the comments, hearing your suggestions, both for the videos and for like the decks and the gameplay. Like, it all is very, very helpful for growing not only me as a player, but the channel as well. So, yeah, I love your guys' feedback, and I would love to hear from you. But even if you're not commenting or subscribing, as long as you're here along the ride, that is perfectly fine with me. So, like, this is going to do it. Yeah, this is Hex signing out. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.